Okay, I need to bring you some breaking news that we're getting in just in the last few seconds. The Israeli army has officially announced that it has killed the head of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah. So that is the head of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah, has been killed.
Hassan Nasrallah is dead. The Hezbollah chief's death has now been confirmed by the Iran-backed, Lebanon-based group. This development has sparked significant concern and speculation regarding the future of the militant group. Killing Nasrallah, who led Hezbollah for 32 years, delivers a substantial blow to the organization. With his absence, the question arises: who will lead Hezbollah's charge against Israel, and what does it mean for the armed group's future? Nasrallah had been the dominant leader of Hezbollah for nearly 3 decades. He was seen by many as a resistance figure credited with driving Israel from southern Lebanon, while others viewed him as a controversial militia leader who escalated conflict in Lebanon and the region.
نحن شيعة علي بن أبي طالب في العالم لن نتخلى عن فلسطين ولا عن شعب فلسطين ولا عن مقدسات الأمة في فلسطين.
Born in 1960 to a working-class Shia family in eastern Beirut, Nasrallah grew up in an impoverished environment. During the Lebanese Civil War in 1975, he fled with his family to his ancestral home in southern Lebanon. There, he joined the Amal movement, a Shia paramilitary group. His theological interests led him to Najaf in Iraq for Quranic studies, but he was forced to return to Lebanon, where the war had intensified. In 1978, Israel's army invaded southern Lebanon, and again in 1982, laying siege to large parts of the city. Nasrallah rejoined Amal to fight, becoming a commander in the Bekaa Valley. During this period, he grew close to Abbas al-Musawi, who had co-founded Hezbollah, the Party of God. With support from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard in response to Israel's invasion of Lebanon in 1982, Nasrallah soon left Amal and enlisted in Hezbollah. By 1985, Hezbollah had officially declared itself in an open letter, outlining its goals and loyalty to Iran's Ayatollah Khomeini. Nasrallah's rise within Hezbollah was swift, and after the assassination of his mentor al-Musawi in 1992, he assumed leadership at the young age of 32. Under his command, Hezbollah expanded its political influence, entering Lebanese parliamentary elections for the first time that same year. Nasrallah championed the rights of Lebanon's marginalized Shia population and the working class, contrasting with the country's growing elite class. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Hezbollah conducted numerous attacks on Israeli military targets in southern Lebanon, where Israel maintained a security zone. Nasrallah's leadership was instrumental in Hezbollah's campaign against the occupation, culminating in Israel's withdrawal in 2000 after 18 years, which was widely celebrated as a victory for the resistance. The assassination of Lebanon's Prime Minister Rafiq al-Hariri in 2005 led to heightened tensions. Syria, a key ally of Hezbollah, was widely blamed for Hariri's death, sparking mass protests and forcing the withdrawal of Syrian troops from Lebanon. Hezbollah's influence, however, continued to grow. By 2006, the group's military power and Nasrallah's charismatic leadership became central to Lebanon's political landscape. In July 2006, Hezbollah captured 2 Israeli soldiers, triggering a month-long war with Israel. Though the war caused immense destruction in Lebanon and resulted in heavy casualties, Hezbollah emerged with its reputation intact. Many in the Arab world viewed Israel's withdrawal as a victory, and Nasrallah's popularity soared. The group's ability to document and promote its guerrilla campaign helped it dominate the information war as well, establishing Hezbollah as a powerful regional player. Following the war, Nasrallah's public appearances became increasingly rare due to fears of assassination, but his influence only grew. Hezbollah gained veto power over the Lebanese cabinet in 2008, further cementing its political power. As Hezbollah deepened its ties with Iran, Nasrallah supported Tehran's regional ambitions. When the Syrian civil war broke out, Hezbollah fighters, under his command, fought alongside Bashar al-Assad's forces, a move that fueled tensions across the Arab world and led to reprisal attacks in Lebanon by Islamic State militants. Domestically, Hezbollah's involvement in Syria angered many Lebanese, contributing to the country's economic strain. In 2016, Hezbollah was designated a terrorist organization by the Gulf Cooperation Council, further isolating Lebanon on the world stage. As Lebanon's economic crisis worsened, Hezbollah's role in politics and its ties to Iran became the focal point of both local and international criticism. In 2019, mass anti-government protests erupted across Lebanon, uniting people against the ruling elite, including Hezbollah. Nasrallah rejected calls for government resignations, which further frustrated the protesters. The 2020 Beirut port explosion, which devastated large parts of the city, intensified public outrage. Hezbollah's refusal to allow a transparent investigation into the explosion led to accusations of political interference and clashes in the streets. Now, with Nasrallah's death, Hezbollah stands at a crossroads. His long-standing leadership shaped the group's military, political, and social strategies. The question remains: who will step in to lead Hezbollah? Nasrallah's successor faces a country in economic meltdown, political deadlock, and international sanctions. The path forward will undoubtedly determine Hezbollah's future role in Lebanon and the broader region, particularly in its ongoing confrontation with Israel.
المعركة معنا شعاعها على طول فلسطين المحتلة، من الحدود اللبنانية إلى الحدود الأردنية إلى البحر الأحمر، من كويات سمونة إلى